Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title, today Barnsley have completed their first pre-season friendly. It was against Crewe and the League One side, recently promoted from League Two. We took them on in a friendly. We played a game of two halves, so we had a starting 11 in the first half and we had a starting 11 in the second half. I'm going to tell you basically what Twitter's put out because we weren't able to watch it, and this is just a little match review. So if you do want to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. The first half team was a pretty strong one, to be fair. We started with Walton in net, then we had Styles, Williams, Anderson, Solbauer, Ludwig, Thomas, Mauer, Schmidt, Brown and Woodrow. So on paper, close to our starting 11 that we had last year, which was good to see. And then the second half team was Collins in net, Adebayo, Adoa, Harme, Jasper Moon, Miller, Ritzmeyer, Wolf, Chaplin, Freezer and Simmerwes. So on paper, a weaker squad, but new signings, Freezer and Killing Ludwig, were both playing, which was a great sign. We was playing in our white away kit, which was nice to see as well. And they did say that we was playing a 4-1-2. So Walton in net with a back three of Solbauer, Anderson, Jordan Williams, Ludwig one side, Styles other side, Thomas and Mauer in the middle, with Woodrow behind Brown and Schmidt, it looked like, is what they're saying. In that first half, we did end up going 1-0 up early on, thanks to a Mads Anderson header. No, volley, sorry. It was from a Styles corner, it came through, and the way they described it was just a tap in at back post, so it must have been some bad marking. Players missed it, and he got the tap in. I'm just reading what one of the journalists have put out. Midway through the first half, Barnsley absolutely bossed the start, as you might expect, against a side who haven't played since League Two was cancelled nearly half a year ago. Anderson goal plus a Brown chance from Styles corners early on, and then Schmidt has just hit the post 1-on-1. So Patrick Schmidt had a goal denied by the woodwork, which was a good sign. The first thing Michael Solbauer has really had to do is slide in perfectly to win a tackle on the left sideline. Then he high-fives Mads Anderson on the way back into position. Lovely stuff, so positive signs in the first half. Then the half-time report was Crewe 0, Barnsley 1. The Reds lead through an Anderson 4th minute goal, an early goal from Mads. They have had a couple of the other chances, whereas Crewe have had none. A good run out for those 11 who will now be replaced. Wing-backs Ludwig and Styles probably caught the eye most. So it looks like Struber's liking Callum Styles at wing-back, even though I'd see more as a centre-mid, but obviously Struber knows his stuff. A little bit of a scare after Ludwig has had to have treatment for a few minutes after an excellent last-ditch tackle in the box, but he's now up and okay. This was actually Luke Thomas. Sorry, Luke, it's a pre-season. I'm a bit rusty. So Luke Thomas went down after a great tackle, but he's all right now. Then the second half was underway. I've told you the team, but I'll give you it again here. Same formation, 3-4-1-2. Collins in net. Centre-half of Jasper Moon, who is a young academy kid like Styles and them that came through, if you don't already know. Harme and Adore. The wing-backs were, let me have a look, George Miller and Adebayo. Two strikers were playing wing-backs, so that's good to see. The mid-two was Matty Wolf and Ritzmeyer. Then the front three was Adebayo, Simmerwes and Freezer. So that was the second half lineup after being 1-0 up. And then the journalist also put out, I'm pleased to see that Elliot Simmerwes has kept the long-lasting tradition of at least one Barnsley player returning to pre-season, either with a top knot or dyed blonde hair. It's the latter in his case. So yeah, he's gone for the bleached blonde hair, if you haven't already seen. Midway through the second half, which is more even, unsurprisingly, with the Reds using a few more fringe players after the break. Barnsley have still had most of their shots, with Adebayo and Chaplin testing the goalkeeper. I missed Chaplin up front as well. I apologise, guys. I meant to say that earlier. And then we go and get another goal. Crewe 0, Barnsley 2. Connor Chaplin heads in a cross by Clark Adore. And the Barnsley Twitter page did describe it as very similar to the goal he scored against Blackburn, which is good. Adebayo is now playing up front after swapping with Simmerwes, who has gone to left wing back. And then full time came around. Crewe 0, Barnsley 2. A good run out for the Reds and a decent professional performance. Mads Anderson and Connor Chaplin with the goals. Dominic Fraser played up front. He pressed well but didn't see much of the ball, but he did do a really nice turn and a pass. And then a little more news before I read the final article is Some sad news revealed by Struber in our match interview. Ben Williams ruptured his ligaments in his knee, that's devastating, in training this week and is likely to miss most, if not all, of the 2021 season. Really disappointing news for a nice lad and a promising player. That is unfortunate to see. But yeah, looks like we've got our first real injury of the season there. That's very disappointing to see. Sorry if the camera keeps going out of focus. And then I've got one more final report to read. And yeah, that's all I can really do for a game that I haven't been to. It's by the Barnsley Chronicle, so if you guys read it, you might have already read it, but I'm going to read this and then that'll be it. Gerard Struber was pleased with Barnsley's performance in their 2-0 win at Crewe Alexandria, especially a rare goal from a set piece. The Reds won their first friendly of the summer thanks to goals from Mads Anderson and Connor Chaplin. Struber, once I get this ad off, for some reason it's not showing me at all. What's he doing? I apologise, I've got to fix this. Struber told the Chronicle, many things went in a good direction. You can see many players are not on the highest level with freshness and fitness after a big week of training, But we pressed well, we had a good transition and we had the win with the things to work on, which is good. We are busy with new tactical things in the build-up and with our pressing. Struber was particularly pleased with Anderson's goal from a Styles corner in the 4th minute. He said, a goal from a set piece is very, very important, especially when we look at last season and we were on the last place from attacking set pieces. When we make the next step in that, I can see a very big impact. We work very hard on this. Barnsley have 2 weeks before they host Nottingham Forest in the EFL Cup. Then the next week they welcome Luton Town for the first fixture of the new Championship season. Struber carried on to say, the situation of preparing the boys in a small time window is not new because we have had the same before of our last 9 games of the season where they were all cramped in. We will give our best in the next 3 weeks and we have interesting opponents. And I am happy we had a top situation in St George Park, the home of England. The pitch was brilliant and the training sessions was great. And that's how the little press conference with Struber and the article finished. So it sounds positive overall. Nice one out for the lad. We kept a clean sheet, which is one of the most important things after leaking so many goals last year. But I would say we got the 3 points, but it's just a friendly. So a nice win, 2 goals in 2 separate teams. Let me know your thoughts of what you've read or what you've heard and what you've seen. And yeah, I'll see you whenever the next game or signing is.